Hot deals. Continuing a 60-year broadcast tradition throughout Florida, this is Canada Calling.
Here's Downtown Dave for the Three Oaks Cafe, 1575 South Fort Harrison in Clearwater.
For a spectacular breakfast or lunch, we recommend the Three Oaks Cafe, 1575 South Fort Harrison in Clearwater. The food is terrific, the price is right, and the service the best. That's the Three Oaks Cafe, open every day from 8 a.m. to 4 p.m., 1575 South Fort Harrison in Clearwater. Dine today at the Three Oaks Cafe.
And now Canada Calling continues. At the Toronto Stock Exchange yesterday, the index up 3 at 13,478 after briefly topping 13,500, and the buck 95.04 U.S. At one time, not all that long ago, Nortel Networks was Canada's high-tech biggie. That is, before it wound up in bankruptcy. A report on the wind-down of Nortel says the whole business, lawyers and consultants, cost over $1 billion. Despite all the publicity surrounding Toronto Mayor Rob Ford's drug use, alcohol abuse, and totally weird behavior in recent months, a new poll shows his approval rating is holding steady, around 42%, and 33% said they'll vote for him again if he runs in the election next year. Another senator has problems. This time it's not spending taxpayers' money, it's about sex. Liberal member Colin Kenny is facing allegations of sexual harassment, allegations he says are without merit. Until things are sorted out, he's going to sit in the upper chamber as an independent. See, this winter while you're in Florida, explore Florida. Visit one of the top golf resorts, Mission Inn, a short drive north and west of Orlando in Lake County, and minutes away, Yalaha Bakery, a unique German bakery featuring irresistible dessert goodies. It must be the sunshine. See it all at visitflorida.com. Well, commuting in Montreal is going to be a nightmare over the next couple of weeks, if you can imagine being any worse than it normally is. Cracks have opened up on sections of the Champlain Bridge, forcing lane closures while a support beam is reinforced. And finally, it's been a bitterly cold week across the southern prairies, just in time for the Canadian Football League to be staging its Grey Cup week in Regina. As mentioned yesterday, just about everything has been moved indoors. It's been so cold. But the big game is set for tomorrow night, Saskatchewan versus Hamilton. At game time, the temperature is expected to be in the mid-20s Fahrenheit, so it's going to be a chilly evening. This is Canada Calling, and online at canadacalling.com. Back on Monday, Prior Smith speaking from Toronto.
From the Sunshine State, this is Tampa Bay's Tan Talk.
Welcome to the Golf Show Guys, heard every Saturday on the Tan Talk Radio Network. GolfShowGuys.com is the website. I'd like to welcome in the B-Man.
Hey, Kenny, and our best wishes go out to Albert. He's not in studio today, but ladies and gentlemen, we have a replacement. This man's career stems 3 decades. He is a present owner of a 76 round of golf, beating the living snot out of B-Man. I'd like you guys to give a warm welcome to none other than Tampa Bay 10's news anchor, Reginald Roundtree, in studio.
Good morning, gentlemen. Good morning. Why did you have to bring up the 76?
Well, because I knew you were going to do it, but if I did it, there'd be no shame.
No, there's still shame, but I'm just shocked that you would even mention the round of 76 that included 5 bogeys in that round, so the possibilities were
endless. That is an excellent round. You know, I've been watching this young man hit balls for quite a while,
long time,
and we took this one into the twilight, like the PGA Tour when Tiger's coming in and everybody's got their headlights on. We took it into that. I mean, you couldn't see the fairway or the green for this man to finish that round.
The thing was, Kenny, the Fox Hollow, one of our favorite tracks to play. Great condition.
Oh yeah.
And it was just it's not an easy golf course. And having played there, we played there many times. And the thing is that you recognize your positions where you want to hit the ball.
Mm-hmm.
And where your bailout points and things of that nature. If you don't hit the green, all right, I'm below the pin. I could at least be aggressive, which I was aggressive on a lot of chip shots and chipped it, almost chipped a couple in, but it was a good round of golf. It was in great condition.
It was, and it was tough because we were playing with a couple of guys that, you know, when you're playing with a TV personality, it's probably harder for the other people. I'm used to him, and they, you know, for him to stay focused through this round of golf. And I've seen him play a lot, but I hadn't seen him quite play this good, this consistent. He didn't waver at all. He had a lot of pars that were legitimate kind, not one-putt pars, missing birdie pars, this sort of thing. And to see him put it all together in that one round was a special treat for me.
Yeah, it was a lot of fun. Great condition out there.
And I think a lot of people don't realize that, too. Like, you have a lot of pressure on yourself because, like you said, when you're playing with people, being a celebrity, you got so much stuff going on and people talking to you and this and that. It's hard really to concentrate.
Yeah, you know, like taking pictures in between
Sure.
holes. And well, wait a minute, I'm trying to make this birdie putt. I don't really want to take a picture right now.
He didn't care about that birdie putt.
I got about the 4 foot putt that I need to concentrate on. But it's always fun. I've always been, you know, I've been around here like 25 years, and I'm always open to, if I'm at a dinner, at the golf course, or whatever, if folks come up to me, I will take the time and engage and take pictures and do whatever, you know, because those are the viewers. And if they think enough of me to come up and even ask, you know, I'm just honored that they would even do that. I take the time for them.
That is extremely true. Extremely true. He's a very generous man, very generous. When they come up to him, I tend to walk in the other direction because early on in our friendship, some 15, 20 years ago, and they would walk up to him, I'd stand there, and I would get asked, well, who are you? And
I'm just here.
The muscle.
I'm the muscle.
I'm watching his back.
I'm his bodyguard.
Security.
Yeah.
So I've learned how to make that left turn Clyde, you know, when people walk up to him and just kind of smile and walk out of frame.
But you do so much charity work and you do so much work in the whole community, and so many people that I always seem to be coming up and talking to,
Right. They
always have great stories of, like we just talked before the show about the dog thing at the spa.
Yeah,
Safety
a
Harbor.
dog wedding over at Safety Harbor Spa. They said, "Hey, Reg, will you come?" Of course. I live about 10 minutes away. I'd be more than happy. I've always been open to just going and experiencing things with all segments in this community. I mean, I've done everything from cancer walks to dog weddings to charity fundraisers.
Get out alive.
Getting out. Yeah, that's a little bit behind me right now, but
the memory is so vivid.
It's very vivid. That shark that was swimming by looking at me.
All the golf courses that you played, they all know you.
Absolutely. Well, you know what? Those of us that play this game, it's a discipline. It's almost like a religion. And those of us that recognize that it's a game that requires you to give something to it in order to get something out of it. And there are people that play golf, and then there are people that play at golf. And it's easy to recognize people that play the game. They understand the discipline. They understand the time you have to put in to practice. It's no secret the number one golfer probably ever or on the planet hits 1,000 balls a day. Unless you're ready to make that kind of commitment. And I remember years ago when I was growing up listening about Trevino when he worked at some little hole-in-the-wall driving range.
Wow.
Every day, 600 or 700 balls. If you take the time to do that each and every day, you make that part of your routine, you're going to be good. At some point, you're going to be good. But people don't want to put that time into it, you know?
There you go, and that brings up another point that I want to ask you. If you use the universal, like everyone talks about, the ABCs towards doing anything in growth, your A being pretty much your attitude, the B being your belief, the C being your commitment type thing,
right.
And if you go to D, then you're only dreaming about it.
Right.
Which one of those attributes describes you most in your golf game, A, B, or C?
What's C? C is it's all about commitment. If you are not committed, and this is anything that you do in life,
yeah,
you know, golf, tennis, computer technology, sales, car salesman. If you're not committed to what you're doing, then you're not going to succeed. If you're not willing to pay a price and give a piece of yourself and be, disciplined, it's the hardest thing in the world for people to be disciplined, especially with. And I'm going to go off on a total right turn here.
Go ahead, right turn.
People that I want to lose weight. Okay, stop eating.
Okay,
stop eating garbage. Go and Monday, Wednesday, Friday, I go to LA Fitness right up there on 19. Go sweat.
Okay.
Cardio. Sweat. Get your heart going. Quit eating the Big Mac.
Yeah.
Eat some kale and sauteed onions and good organic olive oil or salad or fruit. And it's commitment. It's about disciplining yourself to say, well, all right, I want to lose weight. This is what I'm going to do, or this is what I have to do. If you don't want to do that, then don't complain. Just go ahead and get size 95 and go on about your business. Call it a day.
There you go.
But anybody that wants to achieve, whether it be golf, weight loss, selling cars, or whatever, you got to put the time in and commit yourself to it in order to get it done. Is it easy? Everybody's looking for, give me this pill or give me this shot. Don't give me any shots. Give me a treadmill.
Yeah.
I don't like it, but you get to where you enjoy it because it becomes part of your lifestyle.
And I don't know if people know it or not, and Kenny has a cooking show, but Reginald is really quite the chef.
Yeah, but don't tell everybody.
He is really quite the chef. When you go over his house and he's cooking for you, it has that aroma and that flavor of a restaurant. The way he prepares the things, and it's
but I also have a good bottle of wine while I'm in the kitchen. It helps with the flow. You cook better, right?
Exactly.
You
weren't talking about when you made that right turn and talking about weight, and then me and B-Man's here. That wasn't.
Oh, of course not. You know what? See, let me tell you something. Yeah, I feel comfortable talking about it because as a child, I had a weight problem, and my mother's no longer with us now. But God bless the dead. But my mother taught me at a young age about eating brown rice and eating whole wheat bread and eating poached healthy. And it became a lifestyle. Now, does that mean that Reggie doesn't like to have my favorite at McDonald's is a fish sandwich, fresh fries, they got to be fresh, and a big old milkshake?
We have Albert Hollywood's on.
Where is he?
Hollywood.
I'm almost in Ocala. I'm going up to see my cousin, who's I got to help raise when he's a little boy. His mom sent him out, and he's getting proton cancer treatments up at Jacksonville, and I'm going to see him. Hopefully he's going to be okay. He's a great kid. But, Reggie, are you there?
I'm here, my brother.
I got to just tell you something. So Nancy and I'm with Chase, my 13-year-old, and we're watching your show last night. And I said, it's very hard to replace me. There's only one man. We're pointing, and Nancy's just shaking her head.
I'm just sitting in temporary for you. I'm keeping the seat warm.
Nancy goes, in your dreams, Reggie should be on that show. She loves you, and Chase is laughing at me, too.
Oh, God bless her. God bless her.
Thank you so much for stepping in and B-Man and Kenny. So, it's a beautiful drive up here. What a great day to play golf. And, Reggie, did you ever play, I know you had to, did you play Golden Ocala?
Oh, yeah.
Opened it. Was that not one of the great golf courses?
Phenomenal track. Phenomenal track up there.
Very hard.
I remember bringing a friend of mine up there. I said, "Hey, they've got some golf holes that are replicas."
Right.
And we came up and played, and I said, "You know what? The other 8 holes up here are just as nice." So And driving through here makes me remind me of when I came up. I think it was 1995, and then somebody bought it, and it's now a private golf course. But
oh wow!
And they build homes around it, I think.
Yeah,
But,
beautiful,
it's been a
beautiful
long time.
track, beautiful track up there. Oh, you know, that area all up there has some very interesting golf courses that are just incredible in their design and technology. That the way they've built and developed out up there.
Well, you know, when you drive up here early in the morning, and there is some traffic on the road because of Thanksgiving, but you forget what beautiful farmland and how much land there really is up around here. I mean, before you get to Ocala, and then I'm going to be driving on 301 to hit 10 going to Jacksonville. Yeah, there's some beautiful country up here.
Oh, it's gorgeous.
Don't forget, you're in Florida. You know?
Well, you got to remember Ocala's horse country. I mean,
Right.
Let me tell you something. They got some thoroughbreds up there that'll run and make your eyes water as fast as they run up there.
Oh, yeah, and speaking of that, Tampa Bay Downs opens in a couple weeks. Not that I partake all the time. I do. You know, there's nothing like, you know, the greatest thing about the Downs driving range is you can go in the pro shop and make a bet. I couldn't believe that when it opened. I thought, oh, my God.
They make it so convenient for you. And I've heard, I mean, I don't partake that, you know, that they've got a decent poker room up there too. I think it's called Silks. I'm not too sure.
You too, boy. I tell you, I can't take. Don't go to Vegas, none of you.
I know. You know, it's funny. I got my hair cut, and the girl that cuts my hair, Jen, was telling me that her sister is, for her 50th birthday, she's going to Vegas. She's never been. So I was telling her, oh, you know, because I was in L.A., you could take the flight over there. And Reggie, I'm sure you remember this. It used to be like $25 to fly back and forth to Vegas, and the rooms there used to be inexpensive. And then when Steve Wynn built the Mirage and the Bellagio, and then all of a sudden they kind of rebuilt it, and the rooms now, they don't really give you the comps like they used to, and it's kind of expensive. But I told her, I really got to go to Vegas. They've got great restaurants.
Oh, they got great food and everything. I think we're losing you. You're on the road driving.
Yeah, he's got his Mercedes with the top down.
That must be what it is. It's you're fading out. You're going into the tunnel.
Drive safely, and our prayers and thoughts are with your family up there. And I hope that the treatment works well. Albert, drive safe.
Thanks, LB.
Wow, he had to bring up an old memory for me personally when he said go to Ocala. Do you know when I first was doing the necessary steps to become an instructor, and the last part was your PAT, your player's aptitude test, and the first one that I had to do was at Golden Ocala, the replica course, and I had the wife with me, and you have to play 2 18 holes back to back. They got people standing around just pointing. They don't talk to you. They point where you need to go. And in the second set, that postage stamp hole ate my lunch. Now you got to ride back home some 3 hours with the wife. Going,
think about that hole.
I thought you could play golf.
Yeah, what happened? Does your wife play?
Yeah. Oh man, that course was something.
It's tough.
And you get to Amen Corner and your knees start shaking.
Oh yeah.
I mean, you're only in an Ocala. You're not in Augusta.
Yeah.
But it looks exactly like it. They got a couple of the rogue holes from the Jubilee course and things like that. It is not the easiest thing because your mindset is looking at it, and now you've been sitting on the couch. You're that couch golfer that, well, if that was me, I wouldn't have. And now you actually get your opportunity.
Kenny, nobody, people don't have any idea. You watch the Masters on television, and it's the golf tournament of the year. And we actually went up, what was it, 2012?
Yeah.
2012, we went up. And let me tell you something. What you see on television is exactly, it's just phenomenal. I mean, that's God's golf course there as far as I'm concerned. It's just immaculate. It's beautiful. It's difficult. It's tough. And we went down to Amen Corner.
Yeah.
I'd be amening all the way through there. It's just incredible the way the way the place is structured and the greens are laid out and the fairways. That is a tough test. You win that tournament, you are the best on the planet.
Yeah, he makes light of that. Kenny, and actually it was more like he cut me loose like I was one of his kids in a candy store. Go ahead, just pick something out. Go ahead, because he knew from the look in my face that this was going to be my forever Christmas right here.
Oh yeah,
at Augusta, he knew, and he just cut me loose like a dog in the prairie.
Yeah, I went over to the CBS. They had a suite. You know, the way the course is lined out along the first hole, they have the big scoreboard there, and then behind there they have suites that have been built. So I went back in there with the CBS, folks, and just hanging out with them. I cut him loose for about 2 hours. I come back. The first tee and the 10th tee are right there, and there's a big viewing area where the players come through and everything. And I see this large group of people standing around this guy that's wearing this yellow outfit, which he had yellow on that day. And I'm like, what is going on? And all of this animated instruction and talking, and B-Man's right. And I said, there he is. He's right there in the middle. You were with whose brother?
Gary Player's brother.
Gary Player's brother was there giving him an instruction on some sort of swing thing, and like 50 people were surrounding them listening. I mean, golfers were teeing off, and they're all watching Gary Player's brother show B-Man this swing and technique. And I'm like, what is this?
I asked him, how is it that they hit it so far? And he's, well, B-Man, it's like this.
Yeah, he's got that South African accent. And there are 50 people surrounding them, looking at them, and guys are playing the Masters.
Yeah.
I said, only
that
Bernard.
was very interesting. He had his palm against my palm. He goes, now push. And I'm pushing with my right. Push harder. Harder. There, right there, my man. There it is.
It's incredible. Incredible.
That was a fun time.
It was.
That really was.
It was. Bubba won that year, right?
Yeah. And I had, if you go to Augusta, from the first hole down to Amen Corner, it's such a drop off. It's got to be 300, 400, 500 feet drop off to get way down there at the bottom. And I'm just la through the tulips. And then when I got down to the bottom, realizing I got to get back up to the 18, and when I looked, it looked like I was trying to climb Mount Everest.
It's incredible.
Yeah.
I mean, the undulations.
Yeah.
I remember the impact of watching everybody tee off, and I think it was the Ricky Fowler group he was teeing off. And we're there by the first tee. We watch, and they hit the ball so far. And that you hear the speed of the the ball is, and I'm like, Ricky Fowler's like 120 pounds wet.
Yeah.
But just that club head speed. And so we're watching, and the golfers walk. I looked away for a second, and I looked back, and I said, Bernard, where did they go? They were right in the middle of the fairway. It's that deep. It goes down, they disappear, and then they come back up. I mean, what kind of golf course is this?
You can't see that on TV.
You can't see that on television.
On that first hole, but it drops well. There's people just walking back and forth.
I mean, they're
down
like
in
down
the
in
valley.
this cavern, and then they come back up.
It's huge.
To the fairway. It's huge.
I think the thing that got me is when we got to the first hole, we walked around the back, and you don't realize that from the back of that first green, the green is up some 12 feet above you. That's like, and you can see the level and the undulations in this green, what makes it so hard for these people to putt on these greens at Augusta.
Crazy. I mean,
it's insane.
If you're not a putter, forget about it.
Well, that's part of, like, right now the PBA is, in the World Series, are putting the dye out there on the oil, so you can actually see the pattern. And unlike, with, like you say, golfers, they're not hitting it straight. A lot of times they hit it left to right, and it curves around. People don't see that watching TV, and they don't see that when bowlers are bowling. They say, why don't you just throw it straight? Right. Well, no, the oil pattern doesn't let them throw it straight. So that's really going to help, I think, the people to understand that more, sort of like golf. And then when you see people golfing, these guys make it look so easy. But like you said, they're hitting thousands of balls.
Oh, yeah.
And Tim Petrovic, when he was trying to get on, he used to be a deliverer for Domino's Pizza.
Right.
And in between deliveries, he used to hit balls out in the field. So these guys are constantly, and that's what makes them so good. It makes those shots look so easy.
Oh, absolutely. Who was the pro that actually worked at Barnett Bank as a teller?
They call him Aquaman.
Yeah. He's living out in Kansas now.
Yeah.
What's his name?
I see his face. They call
his face,
he's Woody Austin.
Woody Austin.
Yeah.
I mean, this guy, he worked at Barnett Bank, 25 years ago, whatever, but he decided,
Everybody knew him. Everybody knew him,
but it's just putting in the time and discipline and effort, and, look where he is now.
Well, we had a thing over there at Cheat Cheese. Did you see that
I love
thing on
Cheat
YouTube about when he had his Cheat Cheese tournament over there?
Yeah. Isn't
And,
that funny?
Bill's got something there. What do you got there, Bill?
Went after it, though.
Yeah, all right. So he's hitting at this target, on the big break. You got these little technical shots and chip shots and things of that nature. So he hits his ball at the plexiglass.
Yeah.
Plexiglass didn't break. So he hits the ball. He's about maybe 30 feet away. The ball comes right back, and should I say, like, the groin area.
Right. He was very lucky.
That golf ball, and I mean, Chi-Chi had to walk that off.
Oh, wow.
It hurt.
That hurt.
And, Chi-Chi's not a young guy anymore, so, he was quiet for a little bit. He was breathing, and he walked, and, everybody was talking. Chi-Chi didn't say a word, and he just kind of walked and came around and shook it off like,
wow.
But it was close. Wow. It was close.
That hurt.
Close. Yeah, it hurt.
Well, he just had his big event over there for the Chi-Chi's kids.
Yeah.
And he was talking, and when he was up there giving a little speech, he said the kids were asking him when he first became a player about, can you make it on the PGA Tour?
Right.
And he says, because you're so small, he says the ball doesn't know how big you are.
There you go. I mean, when a lot of people, golfers that know a little bit of history, Chi-Chi grew up, very poor. Chi-Chi's first experience with hitting a pseudo golf ball was actually aluminum cans that were balled up into the shape of a ball with a stick.
Yeah.
I mean, that's,
fashion that.
Yeah, fashion that. And look at him now. And the thing is, you talk about people that have done so much for the game and done so much to help promote the game and to help kids. None better than Chi-Chi Rodriguez. I mean, just totally committed to understanding and exposing kids to the game, giving them opportunities. And he's a true gentleman of the game of golf. Definitely.
Let me ask you guys both a question here before we take a break. Depending on the period of time, would you rather be watching golf now or watching golf back in the day when Arnold and Jack and all those characters played?
I think a little bit of both, because anybody that plays the game of golf and loves the game of golf, you have to understand history. If you don't know history of golf, then you don't really appreciate what's going on today to see where it's come from. I mean, we're talking about when I was watching golf and Nicklaus and Palmer and all these guys, they were hitting persimmon woods. You ask some kid now about playing golf, persimmon, what is that? Where's that planet?
Yeah.
We know these things, and even before that time, the Mashie and all the, you got to understand the history of where this game came from and where it is to really appreciate it now.
Well, it can parallel just about any professional type of sport when you see where it was and where it is. Football, from leather helmets from no helmets to leather helmets to what you have now with the Rydell industry, and yet they're still getting concussions.
Right.
The way you used to be able to hit a player back in the day didn't matter. The way you hit a player today matters in the NFL. It could cost you some $16-20 if you hit them wrong.
Right.
With golf, you have to take the era with the era. There's really no comparison to what it is today. There probably will be no comparison to what it will be 25 years from today. You'll have to go with whoever that is. Say, golf, it's a moment industry. It's a moment game. In that moment, right there, whether it's a pro, whether it's you, it's that moment for you, whether you're seeing it or whether you're doing it. Not how you would have did it 20 years ago, not how you would do it in the future. It's that moment right now. That's what transcends the sport of golf. It's that it's a moment industry.
More characters back then?
No, I think we had more colorful, believe it or not, more colorful characters back then. I mean, Palmer, he was flamboyant.
Yeah. The Shark.
Nicklaus.
Yeah.
the Shark. I mean, you got these guys, you know, and going back even further, the Hogans, and I mean, these guys were larger than life.
Larger. Payne Stewart.
Yeah. And now, I mean, we got guys now, I mean, the top guy now, Tiger, I mean, very, you know, very flamboyant. But there's nobody that's really that flamboyant when you come after Tiger, as far as compared to, I mean, you had Nicholas, Palmer, Player. These guys were bigger than life. These guys now, they're good now, but they don't, that mystique thing, I guess, you know.
You could look at Calvin Pete. Mm-hmm. You could look at Payne Stewart.
Yeah. And
once you saw them, just a flash picture, if you're into golf, just a flash picture, you knew exactly who that was.
Yep.
Today, you can flash the picture. Who is that again? Who's that? Let me see that again.
Yeah.
They don't stand out like that.
Exactly.
Well, the PBA, same thing. Back in the day when you had
Dick Weber
and
Jack Bilondo,
all those guys, more characters back then playing the sport.
Right.
Billy Waylu. I could say names, people go, who? And they won't even know who these guys are, as opposed to today. Bowling, I remember those guys. I don't know who's who today. I don't.
All right, Bill, let's go and take a quick break, and then we'll be back with some more great golf talk. And Reginald Roundtree sitting in there. We appreciate him coming in.
I like that music that Bill puts in there.
Yo, VIP.
Rock it,
Well,
Bill.
this is usually where Albert dances, so you have to dance this since you're in for
Nah,
Albert.
you better go get
for it.
Albert.
Slice, slice, baby. Slice, slice, baby.
The Tides Golf Club, a par 72 golf course overlooking beautiful Boca Ciega Bay in Seminole, minutes from St. Petersburg, been a favorite of visitors and locals since 1973. The staff, headed by General Manager, Director of Golf Sven Nelson, and Superintendent Louis DeVos, are dedicated to customer service, and they know that if their golfers have fun, they keep coming back. The clubhouse boasts a well-stocked pro shop. Our casual grill room with full bar is perfect for a relaxing after your round. To reserve a tee time or for more information regarding memberships, call 727-393-8483 or 727-392-5345. Whether you're looking for a course to play for the day or for a lifetime, come by the Tides and experience their unique brand of golf. Check us out on our website, www.tidesgc.com.
All right, let's have a great round today.
Whether you're running a golf tournament or just playing a round of golf with your favorite foursome, then Plantation Palms is the perfect choice. Plantation Palms is located 1 mile north of State Road 54 on Collier Parkway. Just 20 minutes north of Tampa. You'll experience water on 17 of the holes, challenging par 3s, and elevation changes, which is different than any other golf course on the west coast of Florida. So call and reserve your tee time today at 813-996-7122. That's 813-996-7122.
ParadiseTeaTimes.com is your fastest and easiest online booking website around. Locally owned and operated, they offer hundreds of tee times in these Florida areas: Tampa Bay, Sarasota, Bradenton, and Orlando. With no membership dues or booking fees, you get to spend your money where it counts, playing golf. ParadiseTeaTimes.com is giving you 5% rewards for every tee time booked. And sign up today to receive $20 rewards credit. That's right, just for signing up today. $20 rewards credit. Check out our website for courses, members events, hotel accommodations, stay and play, plus a chance to win free golf. Golfing at your fingertips is ParadiseTeaTimes.com.
Motion Pro software for golf. The ability to calculate golf club speed from a video. Lesson creator for coaches that add voice with videos that you can burn to DVD. New email features directly from Motion Pro. Overlay 2 videos. Review videos side by side. Free updates for life. Pay once, use forever. And also they have Mac version. You can go ahead and check them out at motionprosoftware.com, or you can give them a call at 888-407-9665. Motion Pro. Welcome back to the Golf Show, guys, and we're here with News Channel 10, Reginald Roundtree, and the B-Man.
Yeah, he's filling us up with a lot of great information. And as long as he's doing that, we should just kind of take advantage of him. What do you think?
Yes.
Okay, so
exactly.
Here we go.
Did we talk about this 76 at Fox Hollow yet?
Yeah, stop. See,
Okay.
I knew
I don't
it.
remember
That's why I brought it up at the beginning of
With
the show.
5 bogeys. 5 bogeys.
And a birdie.
Right, okay, and a birdie.
And a birdie.
All right.
But I want to ask you, Reggie, right now we're watching the NFL Big Break, the NFL with Chris Doman, Jerry Rice, Ripken, Bolger,
Right.
Tim Brown. I think Greco went home already, but whatever. Do you think there should be a big break for news anchors?
Absolutely.
People? If so, where?
They think NFL guys the only ones who play golf? Please. Put a smackdown on those guys out there.
Smackdown.
Yeah. I mean, I've played golf with, a lot of pro ball players. And the first thing they do, because they're good-sized fellas. They get a little meat on the bones, 320, 3. We've actually played with a couple.
Yeah.
One of which I'm not gonna name. Good friend of mine, big defensive end, future Hall of Famer, won a couple of Super Bowls. I mean, Booger, McFarland. But I'm not going to name any names. So Booger's standing on the tee, and we're up at Cypress Run, and on back 9 on the 14th hole, par 4, dogleg right. Reggie steps, bam. Booger says, how does a little guy like you hit the ball so far like that? Mm-hmm. And I just looked at him. I said, technique. And he says, technique? Come over there and squeeze your head, technique. Because Booger's like 3 times my size. I mean, he's a wonderful guy, but it's just, it's a game of, you look at the Ricky Fowlers and the Chichi Rodriguez, it's not the size, it's clubhead speed. It's the technique.
That's it. Technique, man.
Jimmy Giles you play with, too, don't you?
Oh, Jimmy's a wonderful guy.
Big guy.
Jimmy can hit it a mile. He can hit it a country mile.
But these big guys can play.
Oh, they can play.
They can play golf.
They can play.
They don't. I wouldn't throw any money down with them.
No.
Most big people say, "Oh, he couldn't hit a golf," and you watch him.
Oh, Jimmy
Giles
can hit a ball.
Booger.
They can hit a ball.
They'll take everything you got and your savings account.
And then walk to the car with you. Got any more?
How about next week?
I'm trying to put my bag in the car and go home. What do you mean to have any more?
and that's strange. These Tampa Bay Buccaneer players, these guys can play golf.
Oh,
Corey Ivy can hit it.
Oh, Corey can hit it. But the thing is, also, just to expand it, I've played with some hockey guys, some of the Lightning guys.
Yeah.
Hand-eye coordination, baby.
Mm-hmm.
They can hit a ball.
Mm-hmm. Rondé can hit it. Don't. Ooh.
Oh, smack
Rondé
it.
Barber is this guy is PGA material.
Yeah.
He really is. If he applied himself, he could. He's that good.
Yeah, but it goes back to the commitment and discipline. Is this what you want to do? You want to put the time in and do.
Pitchers, a lot of pitchers are great golfers.
Oh,
A lot of PBA bowlers are great golfers.
Yep.
Mm-hmm. I used to play on the amateur tour with a guy that used to be a pitcher. His name is Mike Beebe. Yeah, and he, he struggles with his golf game, but I think with him, he hits more good shots than he does bad shots. I think
it's always a good thing.
Yeah. But in all of that of what we just said, all of that of what we just were talking about, these are all A players. Reggie can take them all out. I'm just saying.
If I put the
I'm just saying.
Well, see, no, I recognize it's a discipline, and we go back to if I had the time to go to the range every day. I mean, like Tiger's got a schedule. Gets up at 7 o'clock.
Mm-hmm.
He eats this at 8 o'clock. He's on the range by 9 to 12 with the short irons. Comes back, eats this super duper protein lunch. Back out, long irons and drivers for 3 or 4 hours. I mean, you put in 8 hours a day hitting 1,000 balls, you are going to be good at the game.
Period.
Oh,
yeah.
I mean, there's no other way. You're going to be good at the game.
Well, let me ask you, Reggie, what's your fondest memory in golf for you? What's your fondest golf memory?
Playing with my father because he introduced me to the game. He's no longer around with us right now, but he introduced me to the game, and he introduced me properly. And by that I mean a lot of people think, let me go to Dick's and Ed Watts and get some golf clubs, get me some nice looking shoes, matching glove, a nice outfit, and I'm gonna go play golf. And then they get out there and they're all over the golf course. They take 5 hours to play, and it just drives you nuts because it's like it's a discipline. You have to learn the game. Go find a good teaching pro. Find someone that will work with you, put in the time and effort to do the game. Like you've taken the time and effort to help me with my swing. But like my father taught me, he took me to the driving range for 6 months just to hit golf balls. After that, he took me to the par 3 golf course. Not a big golf course, par 3. A year of that, where 7-iron became my best club.
Still
and
is.
And it still is. I could hit a 7-iron 9 different ways because that's what I learned with. And then after that, I reached a level of proficiency. Then I went to play golf at the big golf course. Some people just step out there and just whack the. They're whacked. I'm ducking on the next tee. They should not be out there till they learn the game.
No rules and no etiquette. Most of them don't know anything about it. B-Man, we talked about it. Divots. What do you do? And it's like you said, you just go out there and they're playing. Some courses you have to have a certain handicap before you can play at a certain time. They won't let you play early if you're not a certain quality golfer because you're going to slow everything down.
I would say from what I've experienced, just being in Florida, 75 to 80% of the people that play these courses know how to play golf. There's a small quantity that what in the world are they doing out here? And that smaller quantity seems to only show up when we're playing.
I tell you what, Kenny, it's really funny because we'll stand, and you know what? I have an appreciation for anyone that really wants to learn the game. There are people that play golf, and there are people that play at golf. I've seen some swings, and we're standing there, we're looking, and you hear the trees clap, 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 clap. And I'm like, I didn't need to see that swing because it's in my head now. I don't want to see that.
Oh, wow. And that's the worst time to give them a lesson is when they're playing. Yeah. You know, my method is just a very inexpensive way for a golfer to learn how to play golf so that you don't whack the tree and put these thoughts in good golfers' minds when you come out. But it gives you a leg up. That's all those DVDs are for, is to give you a beginning, a starting point, a leg up, very inexpensively. Very inexpensively. I wanted to also ask you, who's Reggie? I don't know who your favorite player, but who's your favorite player and why?
My favorite player?
Golfer.
Oh, well, I mean, you know, you've heard the name a million times. I love Tiger.
Okay.
And when I say I love Tiger Woods, the golfer. I don't care about all the peripheral stuff. I watch Tiger to watch him play golf. What he does in his own time is his business. And I judge by the stuff that he has achieved and what he's done. You know, we a lot of people, you know, especially with this Chambly stuff that's been very controversial, and it got to the point, it got so heated that, you know, it was almost like an accusation of cheating and things of that nature. And you have to be careful when you toss that around against the number one player in the world, the number one living player in the world. Well, no, I take that number two as far as, you know, statistics or whatever. But, you know, this guy is golf. He makes the Golf Channel what it is.
Yeah.
And develop the Golf Channel, because when they started as a fledgling, you know, operation, it was Tiger. And all of a sudden, and Tiger came up right when the Golf Channel was coming up. And I mean, you know, this little controversial battle that they've got going on. But back to Tiger's my favorite golfer. Do I have others? I love Bubba, like Fowler, like Simpson. I mean, you know, I like a lot of them.
Okay.
Because they're all disciplined, and to achieve that level, you know, they've had to be disciplined.
All right.
And they love the game. Otherwise, they wouldn't be in the status or stature that they are.
Without Tiger, these players wouldn't be making the money that they're making.
Oh, I had a golf pro one time that I played a pro-am about, maybe about 10 years ago, and we were talking, and it says, hey, this young guy, blah, blah. He says, Reggie, he says, the purses have increased fourfold because of his involvement and what he has done for the game. Whether he knows it or not, I'm sure he does know it, but the way the game has just exploded. I mean, look, last week, Turkey. I'm looking, and I'm like, they've got golf courses in Turkey? And I looked, and I'm like, yeah, they got some really pretty golf courses in Turkey. I mean, this guy's around the world. China's just exploding, you know?
Yeah. They need something to do in China, all those people. Give them something outdoors to do.
Well, they've got golf ranges that have like 5 levels. Mm-hmm. I mean, we go, everybody lines up on one. They're like 5
Well, and
five
not
stories.
only are they 5 stories, but it's in a huge 400-yard circle.
Exactly.
Driving range.
Yeah, phenomenal.
400 yards across.
Yep.
Okay, now I know you mentioned just a few minutes ago about how your dad introduced you to golf, so you started as a child, this sort of thing. Let's say you were sort of a Tiger Woods protege kind of child, and you were playing as a pro with your abilities that you have today. How many wins and majors would you have had by now?
Boy, that's a tough one.
Yeah, you got an hour.
Yeah. 10
minutes.
Oh, is that what Bill? Oh, I thought Bill was like 10 wins.
See, that's the way they do it in radio over here.
All right.
I don't know how they do it.
I thought Bill was signaling. Yeah, give him 10 wins. Right? No, 10 minutes. I don't know. I don't think anybody will achieve the stature of what Tiger's got. He's got 14 majors.
Yeah.
I mean, we give such kudos to guys that win one.
Right.
Oh,
right.
Bubba's got one. The Australian. Give me his name.
I'm looking at him. I can't say names all of a sudden. I got their faces.
Well, you're older. You're older.
I know. I have an excuse.
But he just won. He just won down.
Roy?
No.
He just won down the Australia Open.
I think it starts with an L. I just can't say it.
Oh gosh, that's crazy.
I'll look it up while you guys are talking.
All right, but anyway, we give such kudos to guys that have won one.
Yes.
Major. Tiger's got 4 of them.
Yes. Go figure.
It's just what he has achieved at this point is just. I mean, we take it for granted because we're so used to him winning. Oh, he won another one. He's about to snip Snead's.
Yeah. All time. 82, I think. 82 or 83.
82 or 83.
Yeah.
That's unheard of.
Unheard of.
You know?
But he's playing, and everybody tees it 170, 140 guys every tournament.
Every tournament.
When Snead teed it up, I think the 42 guys.
Yeah.
So go figure.
Yeah. And we're talking about 140 guys that are playing real good golfers.
Right. Take you out any given Sunday like an NFL team. All right. Also, I want to ask you, what course would you like to play but you haven't played as of yet?
Pebble Beach. No, I'd love to play Augusta, which eventually I will. Got a couple of...
No. You said that wrong.
What?
Eventually, we will.
Oh, see?
Yep.
Well, with Hollywood, we'll be playing Pebble Beach with Hollywood.
Got to play Pebble. Got to play Pebble. Yeah. What's that hole? Is it the 18th hole where they got that big... What kind of tree is that extends out into the fairway when Tiger hit that big 5-wood cut?
Yeah.
What kind of tree is that?
It's about 280 out.
Yeah, but what kind of tree is that? They call them funny cypress or something. It's not a sequoia or anything.
No. Those are redwoods.
Oh, okay. See,
it's off.
I know about oak trees and stuff. I'm a Florida boy. So
You're Florida boy. You know about oak.
I don't know anything about over there on the Pacific.
On the West Coast?
Yeah.
They try to
rattlesnakes, cottonmouths. I know about all this stuff.
You
Nature here in Florida.
Oh, okay.
I don't know what kind of snakes they got out there.
I've never come across any crocodiles or alligators in California.
Yeah, but you spot them here on...
I know.
Kenny, you can spot one 100 yards. Yeah. What is that in the water?
Yeah.
I don't know. You go take a look.
You know what really gets me here at golf courses? It's not just the gators. You sort of get used to it after 5 or 7 years.
No,
of being
you
here.
are not used to alligators on the golf course.
Seeing them. I'm not going to be tossing any chicken bones at them or anything.
Out when he sees one.
I run.
Reggie, is that a gator?
I'm gone.
Yeah, it's an alligator.
I'm
so
gone.
What?
And
he's looking at us.
Yeah.
I'm like, what?
Well, he is.
Oh, he can't stand.
They're fast.
The wild turkeys and the deer
up at Wentworth and Crescent
on these
Oaks
golf courses.
Cypress Run, beautiful.
Do you know how hard it was to spot a deer in Shasta?
Yeah. I tell you what, though, the turkeys are real smart up in North Pinellas. Like next week, you won't see one. They're up in the trees with binoculars looking down. They are not out the third week of November. All of the turkeys disappear in North Pinellas.
That guy told us last year, I'd never laughed so hard in my life. He says, well, you know why you don't see them? He says, well, all year they're on Facebook and they're on this with the neighbors. He says, all of a sudden in November, they defaced the turkeys.
The farmer defaced them. Uh-oh.
They take them off, they block them. Hey, Albert, I thought we were friends. Yeah,
well, there's a shortage of fresh turkeys right now.
Oh, big time. Big time.
Oh, it's so funny.
The farmer defaced us. Defriended us or whatever. All right.
Wow. Well, you know, as long as you've been playing, Reginald, I usually give them a tip of the day on some sort of tip of what to do, how to do that, and when to do that. What tip would you give the amateurs out there that are listening? What tip
something that you've given me that has really panned out is the chipping motion, that stiff arm, swinging that 50 or 54 wedge on the edge of the green. That chip there is almost like a putt, and that has saved me with a lot of scores. Not flipping the wrist. The wrist is solid, just a nice smooth motion like you're making a putt, and using it like a putter. That's the best tip and that can shave a lot of strokes off your round too. That I think that's the best tip that I've ever gotten from you.
Wow, thank you. I would say so, the way you drummed me last week.
Yeah, 76 at Fox
He couldn't miss a chip. I mean,
5 bogeys on the back.
I think he chipped, without exaggeration, 11 balls that he chipped, and then he could just go, gimme.
It's 6 inches.
6 inches.
I mean, right there. A couple of them could have gone in.
I never had so many come on mans for him in one day. It was like watching every one of his best shots ever. You know what I mean? It was that type of a tape.
It was a good round.
Kudos to you.
New owners for Fox Hollow.
They're great companies. Great people up there. Love them. They always treat us well. It's always in good shape, too. Always in good condition. And I love the bacon, egg, and cheese breakfast sandwich.
There you go.
That's what I'm talking about.
I just seen Dave Creighton last night up at the Jay Pittman's tournament over at Eastlake Woodlands for his wife. With the brain cancer. Big turnout.
Excellent.
Very nice.
This community always responds to helping people and doing things. And whether it's a golf tournament or whatever, this community always really responds well.
Well, here's one for you, Rich. Why don't you tell us who the leaders are in the Champion Tour Q School? And just kind of go down.
Well, we got in the top position, Wes Short Jr. Get this, 20 under par.
No.
Second place, Jim Rutledge, 15 under par. Mike Reed, also second place, 15 under. Jeff Hart, not far behind, 12 under par. Willie Wood, 12 under par. These guys are shooting some golf.
Wow. What do you got for the ladies tour?
And the ladies tour. Oh, you would give me Here, Reggie, read these names.
I want to hear your enunciation.
Sandra Gal, 11 under par.
There you
go. Sun Young Yu.
There you go.
Yeah, Bill, you come out here and read it. She's 8 under par.
Okay.
Jarena Pillar, 6 under par. An American there. And I'm not even going to try for now. Although I do see one name, Christy Kerr. She's tied for 3rd.
Okay.
Morgan Pressel.
Oh, wow.
6th place.
Yeah.
I'm trying to see. Oh, I love Natalie Gulbis.
Don't you?
She's all the way down in 9th place, but that's fine. Lexi Thompson's cool, too. Love her.
Brittany's there tied with 46.
Where's Brittany?
Brittany,
love
third
Brittany.
page.
Love Brittany. As a matter of fact, the last time we actually saw Brittany, she was out with her brother at Chi-Chi's driving range.
Mm-hmm.
And the only reason that B-Man spotted her is like, she looks familiar. And then I looked in the parking lot. I saw the Bentley. I said, yeah, that's Brittany.
Yeah.
Nobody out here driving a Bentley.
No.
She's a big pickup girl. She loves to drive pickups.
Yeah, I love pickups, too. Love pickups.
And I'll talk to anybody. He doesn't. He gets me sometime to don't run up on people, and I don't care. I don't care if we're at the Masters. I'm going to talk to Tiger. This is my one shot.
And I'll be darned if he didn't.
Is Reginald Roundtree ever going to grow back his Brady Bunch Magnum PI mustache?
Never, baby.
I like it.
Well,
Bring it back one time.
Well, no. Yeah, I'm getting older. I got to try to look younger.
Get one of those you paste on, paste off. So make him happy.
Wipe on.
He doesn't want to look like you and me with that Christmas tinsel in his beard. You know,
I enjoyed it, guys. This is big fun. I will definitely be back.
Absolutely.
B-Man, we're going to get ready to close. What do we got going?
Absolutely, and you guys keep us in touch now. If you love the show and want to hear some of the previous shows, just go to the www.golfshowguys.com. And again, if your game is suffering and needs some help, it is www.golftechniquesforyou.com. That's golftechniquesforyou.com. And like the B-Man always says, putt them like you own them.
Or you can say, have a good night and do take care.
Shoot a 76. 76, baby.
I'm M. Bernard, better known as the B-Man, and I have been playing golf for over 3.5 decades. I've learned a few tips and techniques along the way that I'd like to share with you. But first, let me ask you a question. If there were a way for you to no longer feel so frustrated at the end of your round till when you got home you want to hang your clubs up, would you want to know how? If there was a way for your scorecard, which I know looks a lot like this, could look a lot more like that, would you want to know how? If there was a way for you to totally understand and key into the lesson you just took with total understanding, would you want to know how? Because what I have for you are 8 solid techniques that you can practice in your backyard for just 30 minutes a day. That's all, just 30 minutes a day, just like your favorite athletes do. Oh, on their own, they're great, they're fabulous. So it doesn't matter if you're a beginner, intermediate player, even an advanced player. Without practicing your technique, it won't last. There's not enough gimmicks out there for you to purchase to fix your golf game. You have to practice your technique. I want you to just listen and do.
Go to golftechniquesforyou.com. That's golftechniques, the number 4, the letter U.com.
WTAN, Clearwater, Tampa Bay. WDCF, Dade City, Tampa Bay. WZHR, Zephyr Hills, Tampa Bay. Listen.
NBC News Radio, I'm Alex Witt. More rain, snow, and wind are ahead today for the west and southwest. Here's NBC meteorologist Dylan Dreyer.
Albuquerque, New Mexico, that's one of those areas through the day today and into tonight where we are going to see the snow come down. Then it is going to move into northern Texas. Winter storm warnings and watches in effect, also winter weather advisory. So we could end up with a half an inch or more of ice in Dallas, especially as we go into tomorrow.
The storm hit Southern California pretty hard yesterday. Here's NBC's Miguel Almaguer with that part of the story.
Outside Los Angeles, a helicopter rescue. 5 plucked to safety during flash flooding. In Northern California, 3 killed from high winds. Toppled trees smashed into cars. 60,000 people lost power.
The storm is heading east and should hit the other coast by midweek. There could be significant progress toward a deal to curb Iran's nuclear ambitions. Secretary of State John Kerry has joined other foreign ministers at a meeting in Geneva, which could indicate a breakthrough. This is NBC News Radio.
Joint pain, arthritis, osteoarthritis, and degenerative joint disease do not discriminate. Painful arthritis strikes 1 in 5 adults, children, and also our furry friends. Protect our joints and let's take care of your pets too. Lubricant is all natural, oral, hyaluronic acid, which is produced in your body naturally. It helps to support your joint fluid, but as you age, your natural levels drop, thus needing help to lubricate our joints. Well, animals are the same, so let's help them out so they can feel great too. Go to Lubricant.com, Lubrisyn, or call 800-901-8498 and use promo code TAMPA for 15% off.
Portions of Rocket Sports and Entertainment are brought to you by Michael Kouskoudas. Michael Kouskoudas is an attorney board certified in elder law. Michael Kouskoudas has been a member of the Florida Bar since 1991. Practice areas include elder law, probate, real estate, and corporate law. Offices in Tarpon Springs, Newport Richey, and Spring Hill. The main office is located in Tarpon Springs at 623 East Tarpon Avenue. For a free elder law, estate planning, and probate consultation, call 727-942-3631 for your free consultation today. Do you have a good voice? Have you ever wondered if you have what it takes to voice commercials for radio and TV? Or how about movie trailers? 57th Street Media in Tampa can train you to use your voice as an instrument. Voiceovers are a multi-billion-dollar industry. Why not use your voice to make money? 57th Street Media teaches you how to interpret ad copy and determine what voice inflection is the right one per script. If you have a good voice or you know someone with a voice for radio and TV, call this number, 813-562-5790. That's 813-562-5790. Visit our website at 57th Street Media.